Okay, guys, welcome back. We are starting session 3.
Woo woo.
And I'll play the official start sound. So, when we last left off, let's go around and just recap. Does anyone want to take the lead on that?
Yeah, I'll go first. Our very first call to action was to attempt to steal the Tyre statue, which we succeeded in thanks to
Tyr.
Einar. Tyr, which we succeeded in thanks to Einar, the ferret.
Yes, all thanks to Einar.
And a little bit of Orin's animal handling gnome skills.
Yeah, we'll give him 1%.
He rolled a natural 20, I think.
No, it was a
90.
percentile die.
And I talked our way out of trouble,
right,
don't
right.
forget.
Yeah,
You did. That was good.
And then?
Well, we ran into some guards for the Blood Crows, and they were not agreeable to our presence. One of them took great issue.
But you managed to move past them.
We managed to talk our way out.
Talk as in I shot a crossbow bolt through one of their throats.
Well, that happened
we're
a
getting
little
ahead
later.
of ourselves.
Yeah, that was later.
First, you guys decided to do what?
We did join the Drowning Devils, ultimately.
First off, we checked the northeastern dwelling of the Drowning
I'll bring
Devils.
you guys back there now. We can look at the prison map. So, yeah, do you see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I actually moved the tokens from the end of the battle to this screen now,
Right.
where you guys left off. So you had gone up into the northeastern.
Drowning Devil Camp.
Mhm.
Then we went to talk to Wayron Wash.
Right. And you managed to convince him that
Of our skills.
because of the tier stat.
Right. Then he gave us a very magnificent room to sleep in. Some good
And
food.
some bottles of his spit.
Yes.
And the cloth, the official cloth of membership.
Yes. And
With some magical properties.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
boosting us with a save to... I forget what it was.
I provided that for you in your handouts. So you can look in your handouts, and there is...
Magical
The-
Drowning Devils, official cloth of membership.
with the rules of its magical properties. Also, I gave you the vial of water genasi saliva that is in your handouts as well. And with its properties.
Right.
So, with all magical items in the future, I will make sure you have a handout for them.
With their properties.
Exactly.
Afterwards, we joined up officially, like they said, and he gave us a mission to find the guards' quarters through recon.
And why did he ask you to do that?
I forget the name, but there was a artifact on there, correct?
Yes. Does anyone remember?
I only vaguely remember, but I don't remember the name.
Do you remember what it did?
It allowed transportation, right?
Yes.
From the prison to the mainland?
Yes, it's called a void brella,
Right,
And-
Voidbrella.
That was
and
my brother.
it's the Thorn Quasarts given to him by the Mind Flayers to signify his Thorn ship, and it's a teleportation device. And supposedly, wherein Wash heard that there's a caravan bringing it through the guards' quarters, and that he wants to secure it, but you need to find where the guards' quarters is first, and then report back to him, so that you can plan accordingly, so not to miss the chance.
And definitely do not attack.
That's
Don't
what he
attack
said.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, he told us to go to recon, not to like kill stuff.
So then you did what after a extended rest?
Well, we exited the camp fully healed and ready to go, and we came into an encounter with the previous guards from the Blood Crows.
Because
And
they
Porbjorn.
saw and Porbjorn, yes,
Yeah,
and
and Porbjorn.
the blood crows has approached you because now you are drowning devils, and they wanted a 2 gold tax apiece, and
We said no.
you said no,
It's all about the money.
and Darvin did a little hop step jump up against the wall, I think, against Steakeys, when Steakeys tried to pin him against the wall, and then basically a fight erupted, and now all 3 of them are dead. Poor Bjorn was Bellinor's old gang rival who took over the gang and left Bellinor for dead, which eventually led him down his monk path. And Bellinor found a wooden necklace on poor Bjorn that was made by his mother.
Yep.
Yeah. And you guys got some gold and treasure and other things. Okay, so
Okay,
that's
that's
where
it.
we left off. So
Yeah.
it's up to you guys now. What would you like to do?
We should probably.
Hey,
go on to the-
Yisburn, I'm feeling kinda down right now. Can I have a bit of a healing spell before you die?
Well, let me see if I've got that prepared. How was my Kirk impression there?
Kirktacular.
He just used one on Tarnak during battle, but I think he's got one more prepared, so let me see.
I think you can use 2 spells as a cleric at level 1.
Yeah.
I believe so. I'm just double checking.
That's correct.
Right.
Okay, so he'll use his Cure Wounds on Bellinor. Sound good?
Yep.
Yeah, I found it kind of funny that you guys went to bed and rested, extended rested, to get ready for the sewers, and then right when you left, you were like, hey, let's have a fight when we don't have to.
We didn't start that fight.
We did
That's
finish
debatable.
Yeah, that's debatable, but anyway, you did finish it, that's right. Okay, so Eastburn, in his chainmail with his long red beard, comes over to Bellinor, who had been injured pretty bad in the fight and is bleeding, and lays his hands on Bellinor's wounds and says a prayer to Thor, and Bellinor feels warm, and his wounds begin to heal, and that's 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier. Which I'm looking up right now.
Probably 3 or 4 for him.
I don't think you can get 4.
It's 3. Okay, so 1d8 plus 3 for Bellinor.
You want me to roll
now.
it? Okay.
You can roll it. Go ahead.
Okay. 1d8 plus 3. Wow.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
So my wounds completely heal.
Completely nice.
Completely. Now how do I go? I put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Thank you, Bellin. Thank you, Yisburn. I hope
put
I
your
can
hand on
repay
your
this.
own shoulder and thank yourself.
Of course. Thank you, Yisburn. I hope I can repay you in the future."
It be no problem. So, should we get down into the sewers then? I hear there's a thing to find.
Yeah, I think we should go, especially before more blood crows show up.
I definitely agree.
Let's
Seconded.
go find a voicerella.
Yeah, there is definitely some blood crows giving you nasty looks. But the fact that you just took out some of their top guards and poor Bjorn the Brutal, who had gotten such quite a reputation, they are staying back for the moment, but you see them whispering and giving you dirty looks. Dirty looks. So you heading for where?
Sewers, right?
Yeah, the central sewer.
Hey, how do you
Into
do
the
that?
sewer.
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
After you pick up your token, and then you hit the space bar, and you hit the space bar for each waypoint that you want, and then you drop it where you want it.
I see. It animates it for us when you do it, but when you do it for yourself, it doesn't animate it.
No, it just drops it to where I put it.
Right. But when you do it on our screens, it looks like you move.
It also adds like for maybe for everybody, it adds the distance that you moved to each waypoint so that you know.
So you leave those carcasses of the 3 men you slain just laying there in the main chamber?
And
We
looted.
got to make an example of them.
Shove a flag for the drowning devils on their corpses. Just saying.
You're gonna leave your cloth there?
No, just get a little flag and throw it on there. Claim them.
I hear stake this 50 feet outside of
I say
our...
leave them be. We have more important things to do than to bother with their bodies.
Fair enough.
Okay, Darwin, catch up then. Darwin.
Sorry.
Okay, so let's establish a marching order. You come to a open grate, gate, you know, with like rusted, portcullis looking thin iron bars that have a gap in between them that you could easily walk through. And it goes down a stone spiral into pitch darkness. So, who's first, and how are you going to do that?
I'll go first, stealthily, while
After
looking
you,
for
Master Dwarf.
for anything that's potentially, trap worthy. So I'm gonna be look.
Okay,
both my short
so
swords already.
Darwin's going first. Darwin?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
After you, Master Dwarf.
And then who's behind him?
I go behind the dwarf.
Behind the dwarf. So I'll put Darwin, Easeburn, Bellinor, Tarnak, and Einar, and then Orin in the back.
I'll take up the rear.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys to another screen.
Actually, I'll take up the rear.
Who wants to take it up the rear? Let's just get this established.
I'll take it. I got perception and all that good stuff.
Okay, cool. So, Darwin, Easeburn, Bellinor, Orin, Tarnak with Einar crawling in his cloak.
Yes. Monk clothes.
Right, monk clothes.
Yeah, plus in the end, if someone's following along behind us, they're going to be cramped, and I assume a cramped tunnel, so I got that dragon breath.
Cool.
Sweet.
I'm just moving your tokens to the next place and then I'll reveal it to you.
This is where we display the loading screen for Roll20.
Okay.
Don't see anything.
Nope.
No, I know. I'm just doing one more thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you should see
There
it
we
now.
go.
Okay, so you descend about 20 feet into pitch darkness. Now that you're down here, you cannot see anything. Someone needs to get out a torch unless you have dark vision.
I have that.
I do.
Right. But I don't think the other three do.
No.
So
I do not.
I'll have Easeburn be the torchbearer. How about that?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay.
Did Eastburn take the light cantrip?
Yes, I think so. Let me see. Yes, he did. Okay. One object no larger than 10 feet in any dimension, 1 hour, and 20-foot radius. Okay, so it works just like a torch. So who wants their thing? And I'll just do it on his own shield.
Yeah, I would assume
So-
his Thor symbol would glow on his shield.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually a great idea. Great idea. So, as you descend into the darkness, actually, I bet does Eastburn? He's a dwarf. He probably has dark vision, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
dwarfs
think he
have that.
does.
Okay. So, but this is for Darvin and Tarnak's benefit. So, you two should stay close to Eastburn, within 40 feet, because it does bright light for a 20-foot radius, but dim light for an additional 20 feet. So I'll put on 2 different auras, so that you can see what that radius would be.
Right.
So he whispers a prayer and grabs onto the phosphorescent moss that he holds in his grasp, and his Thor symbol emblazoned on his shield begins to glow brightly. I'm just adding the aura. Here we go. Come on. This is why, it sucks when someone's not here to manage their character. There we go. See that?
No.
Oh, I have to make it visible to you guys.
Are we supposed to see this?
The
Right
aura?
here.
See it.
There's this red thing.
I believe so. Let me see.
Looks like some junk metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't see that yet unless you have dark vision.
Okay.
So, Bellinor, you do see that. But
Yeah.
Darvin and Tarnak can only see dimly to the width of the current aura. You see the aura, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I got some real quick questions now that we're into this. I can't seem to find it in the player's handbook.
Okay.
Bright light will work like we're fighting normally.
Right.
Does dim light have any disadvantages? And,
The only disadvantage to dim
Perception.
light is perception. Yeah, checks
and,
that relate to vision.
And fighting in darkness is like fighting blind, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Or just
And-
wanted
I
to
do
be clear
want to
on
call
that.
out though that
Yeah.
the aura, if we're I thought you said that we're not doing diagonal at a reduced cost. So wouldn't the aura be more in a square than a circle?
I'm just gonna do it like this because it's easier to manage.
That's fine.
Um, from I mean, it would be a circular thing. So I'm not sure. It would. You're saying it would go 40 feet diagonally. Is that what you're saying?
Well, just diagonal. Like, can you see when I draw a line?
Yeah.
It would go to there. I thought.
Okay. Let me make it a square then. I'll do that. That's no problem.
Yeah, I was a little worried just at the range of it, but I mean when I looked at this, I was like, oh man, that's gonna be no problem. The size of the circular aura, that is.
But we can do like the diagonal movement at additional cost kind of thing. Like every other square costs. Oh yeah, that works too.
There we go.
Yeah.
So that should be good. I hadn't thought of that, so good point. Okay, so what do you guys do?
First off,
This
What
map.
is-
So this is the floor, and these are like holes in the floor that we see.
Yes, so it's the floor. This is all, from what you can see, walled in. And there are holes in the floor with these wooden planks as if there's another area underneath you.
oh, okay.
What's this over here? Can I inspect that area?
Surely, that's...
Bringing the dwarf with his light to help.
Bring the dwarf with his life? Sure. There, that gives you bright light.
These beams, are they? Can I test them to see if they're safe to get closer to look?
Say that one more time.
Those beams, can I step on them? Like, are they sturdy enough to get close to that? It looks like a ladder. What is it?
That does look like a ladder, but it looks like it's about 15 feet below you where it starts and then goes down deeper, and you can't, the light doesn't cast that far. You can't really see down there.
This is a sewer, so I toss a rock down and then see if I hear a splash.
Okay. It echoes tut, 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 plop, and it seems to land on something solid.
I'd like to investigate this metal grate, this piece of metal over here.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
have another idea, actually. I ask the Darwin dwarf to cast light not on his shield, but on a rock.
Let's let Orin investigate this real quick.
Yeah.
So Orin, go ahead and tell me how you approach it.
Well, I creep up to it, and first of all, I just want to look at it and get an idea of like what I'm looking at before I actually interact with it in some way.
Okay, so then make a perception roll.
I
Okay.
have a 7.
Give me a sec. You don't see anything.
I could have sworn there was something there, but I guess I was wrong.
So you still have not touched it.
No, I definitely wouldn't be touching something I can't see.
You can see the object. It is a big kind of piping that is rusted away, but you don't discern anything noticeable about it besides that.
I getcha. Then what I want to do is maybe search around it for tripwires or anything that might trigger if I were to get close enough to touch it.
Okay, let's let Darvin go back and throw the enchanted rock.
Yeah, maybe get a better view of what's down there.
You want to toss a lighted
On
rock
up here, like, right down,
down.
and get a good view.
Okay. So can Easeburn cast multiple light, or is it
You can
one at a
cast light
time?
on your
Checking right
shield,
now.
6 seconds after.
No, each
I'm
time
pretty sure it's
cast,
concentration.
each time it's cast, the other castings are destroyed.
Correct.
Okay. I will get an object to be a rock then. I'm just adding the ore to this.
It's only going to be there for the drop. I mean, we can just theater of mind it if it's
Okay. Then you see well, I want to keep it open. I want to keep it just for certain purposes, so that we know what the non-dark vision people can see. Almost there. You know, sometimes when I think that, hey, sometimes this takes a while to get stuff done, then I think about when you're playing on a tabletop.
Yeah, you have to draw everything.
Yeah, draw it
And
out,
then
move it. It's like,
And then
it takes even
erase.
longer.
That would be worse.
Exactly. So, you can see that, right?
Yeah.
So you throw
Yep.
the rock down. Are you trying to throw it down into the ladder area, or just
yeah,
into
down
the
into the
lower-
ladder, into the
Okay.
ladder area.
Oh, okay. So, okay. All right. That's why I didn't understand that you were doing that. Okay, so when that falls down, you can see down to about another 20 feet below that. So 35 feet in total below where you are now. And it's very similar to where you are now, where you can see just like dirty cement and puddles of dark water, murky water that is down there. That's all that you can see.
Well, I think that seems somewhat promising, and it's not further than my rope. So I'm gonna get back to that after I help Orin look for any potential suspicions near that object.
Okay, Orin, for finding tripwires and things like that,